Book record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know by signifying with a hi or hello. And if you can do that for us, we would greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Alrighty, I'm going to be moving some new vinyl over while we're talking. And then I'm going to start sharing. And y'all are going to start sharing, hopefully, if you like us. If you don't like us, let me know how we can improve that. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in on Friday night. We're about to get started. I got some incredible 45s to show y'all. Absolutely incredible 45s, which we'll get to in just a second. Tanner's rolling up the vintage. I'm moving over the new vinyl closer to me. I've also got that other crate of on-sale new vinyl. I've also got a crate of 45s. I've also got a whole crate of all kinds of stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, that there's fine, because we can't get them anywhere else. I can walk right through there. Got new puzzles? Uh-oh. Jerry Stone. Did somebody say puzzles? I did. Wow, Tanner brought me 4 crates of vintage. I hadn't even started sharing yet, so if y'all could go ahead and do that, it would be fantastic. We're going to start by organizing a little bit of new vinyl over here. I've got a handful of Japanese auctions. And first crate should be pretty good. Yep. Boy, we got a lot of new vinyl we can definitely go back through. We had so much the other night. We were showing new vinyl at like 11 o'clock. Y'all are really going to like the 45s tonight. We also have on-sale new vinyl. We also have stuff from last night we didn't get to. I've also already ate a donut. And I'm drinking straight caffeine. So I've had a donut and I'm drinking straight caffeine. So I should be pretty wired up. I'm still working on bringing all the stuff I'm selling tonight over here. Tanner's got the vintage rolled up. I'll start sharing the feed in just a second. Let everybody get on. Did you say on sale new vinyl? I walked by the monitor and I saw Jeff's comment. I did say on sale new vinyl. I'm sorting it right now, actually. I think I've got some stuff that there's a couple things in here that's not supposed to be in here, but I went ahead and pulled them, so I'm gonna leave them in here. There's some stuff from last night. All right, I'll sort all that in just a second. I don't have time right now, right, Tanner? No. Tanner says no time. Does that mean a 6-hour show? It could be. I'm walking by the monitor every few steps, and I see comments popping up, but I haven't even got to look yet. Last thing I've got to grab is this huge box of amazing 45s. Hopefully you've seen the hype post I made. I made a post hyping up the 45s for tonight because they are so incredible. Autographed records tonight. That's one more thing I gotta go get out of the office. I may go do that right now. Is the office unlocked? Yeah. All right, let me go get one more thing and then I'll officially start the show while everybody's still hopping on. All right. So I don't think I have everything up here, but I've got a good start at least. So let's see what's going on. First, let's go through a crate. Let me start sharing the feed. Actually, when I'll start sharing the feed and showing records at the same time. Let's see. There we are. All right. Now I'm officially starting to share. Let's share it there. Let's also share it over here, and let's also share it over here. All right, let's copy that link. And let's see, we're live now. And one more place, which is over on YouTube. Let's start auctioning something. Let's auction something right now while I've got everybody hopping on. You may have heard of, let me make sure this is him. I hadn't looked at these in a long time. Yep, this is him. You may have heard of Mark Lindsay from Paul Revere and the Raiders. Let me make sure that's him. Mark. That looks like Mark Lindsay. I had like a bunch of these. I hadn't looked at them in a long time. That's Mark Lindsay from Paul Revere and the Raiders, autographed LP. This is going to be a $15 start. This is Just Like Us, Paul Revere and the Raiders, and that is autographed by Mark Lindsay. It's also a really nice looking copy, it looks like. It is. It's a Columbia 2i. It's a Columbia 2i. This is autographed by Mark Lindsay from Paul Revere and the Raiders. And that's going to be a $15 start. $15 start on that. Mark Fallon's already in. First autographed album of the night while I'm doing a little bit of sharing. And I'm almost done. I just got to get there. Our YouTube feed on our channel. And let's do this. Copy link. And let me get this shared on the story. Okay. Let's get this one more place shared. And which is right here. And I think we're ready to go live. Or we're ready to start selling. Sorry, I usually go live and start sharing. This time I went live and I had to move like 12 crates of records over here because we got so much stuff to go through. So we open up chat. And let's go ahead and start showing records. So welcome everybody. Friday night. I hope you've already heard the agenda because we got a lot to show. Right now up for bid we have a Paul Revere and the Raiders autographed LP. It's a really nice album too. I mean the cover and the vinyl and everything. That's autographed by Mark Lindsay and Mark Fallon has that for $27. I have the Cult Sonic Temple. If you don't have this already, it's on green vinyl. The Cult Sonic Temple. That's on green vinyl, $39.99. That's a 2LP, translucent green vinyl. The Cult Sonic Temple. Also, the Rolling Stones, Grr, which is a 4LP live concert from 2012 in New Jersey. That is $84.99. The Cult, this is on white vinyl. The Cult's on white vinyl. That is a live unofficial on white vinyl, $39.99. Shane Devers, by the way, is the new high bidder on Paul Revere and the Raiders. Mark Fallon, you're out. Shane has that for $30. Big Band Bossa Nova, Quincy Jones. This is on blue vinyl, $19.99. Mark Fallon's on a mission, Shane. Shane is too, Mark. They're also trying to both win this auction. Mark's on a mission maybe to win the first one. Did I say The Cure? This is the Cult, and this is The Cure. The Cure Sonic Temple on green vinyl, and The Cure live unofficial on white vinyl. Also, Pearl Jam, self-titled, the Avocado album. That is $44.99. Romelu Wants the Bossa Nova by Quincy Jones. That's sold to Romelu. First sale of the night. That is sold to Romelu. Also, the Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly. Big Hits Volume 2. That is on orange vinyl. $36.99. It's got the original die-cut cover, just like the original. U2 Octung Baby is a 2LP anniversary edition for $34.99. New high bid on Paul Revere and the Raiders, autographed by Mark Lindsay, is $45 with Christopher Morris. Silverchair Freak Show, $39.99. Silverchair Freak Show. Also, Eric Church, Desperate Man, is $26.99. Eric Church, Desperate Man, $26.99. And also, Lamb of God, Wrath. Lamb of God is a music on vinyl pressing, $39.99. Silverchair Frog Stomp is $49.99. That's a 2LP. Silverchair Frog Stomp, $49.99. Primus, Animals Should Not Try to Act Like People. That is $28.99 for Primus. And Annihilator, Alice in Hell. Annihilator is limited to 3,500 on red vinyl. That's from Music on Vinyl, $39.99. De La Soul, $36.99. And we have The Music Roots of Yes, Revolution. Music Roots of Yes, $33.99. By the way, update on the autographed Paul Revere and the Raiders LP. It's autographed by Mark Lindsay. New bid on that just came in at $50. I think so far the only claim out of here has been Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones to Romelu. Quincy Jones got the Romelu. So that's the only thing so far out of there that sold. De La Soul, Art Official Intelligence, $36.99. Also, Jason Isbell, Southeastern, $28.99. King Cobra, We Are Warriors, $31.99. And the very best of Billy Idol. And we still got a lot of these in stock. If you haven't locked one down already, probably one of our biggest sellers of the week for a surprise restock. One of the biggest sellers of the week. That's Billy Idol, the very best of Billy Idol's greatest hits. Also, if you didn't know these came in, this was a surprise release. I didn't even know it was coming out. Sonic Temple on green vinyl. That's a 2LP, $39.99. So, we have the Cult, also the Rolling Stones Live, the Cure Live, Pearl Jam, Rolling Stone Through the Past Darkly, U2 Octung Baby, Silverchair, Eric Church, Lamb of God, Silverchair, Primus, Annihilator, De La Soul, Yes, more De La Soul, also Jason Isbell, King Cobra, and Billy Idol is $33.99. Nikki Cox wants a Billy Idol. Romelu, if you want one as well. I've got 21 copies left. Nikki Cox gets one. If anybody else wants one, let me know. Now, the Paul Revere and the Raiders, we still got 3 bidders. We still got 3 bidders, and a new bid just came in for $55, which was Christopher Morris. And this is autographed by Mark Lindsay, just like it is, Paul Revere and the Raiders. Romelu also said he'll take a Billy Idol. And what record label is Billy Idol on? It's on Capitol Universal. And Todd Tipton said King Cobra. That's so to Todd Tipton. Okay. Let's see. Yes, and that was a surprise restock. Billy Idol was a surprise restock. And the reason that came in because I was ordering other Billy Idols, and I clicked on it, and I clicked on Billy Idol from one of our distributors' websites. And guess what? They were in stock. And I was like, whoa. I didn't even have them back ordered. So I locked in like 20. And then I had to order 15 from somewhere else. They were luckily in stock everywhere. And then now they're all gone. So they're all gone. All right. So final call on Paul Revere and the Raiders. We have Christopher Morris at 55. Shane Devers, let me know if you're out. And Mark Fallon, let me see if you're out. Can I put back the Cult Sonic Temple? You can for a minimum putback fee of $5,000. If you're okay with a $5,000 putback fee, then we'll let you put it back. Otherwise, you might want to keep it. But that's up to you. $5,000 putback fee, or you can just go ahead and buy a 2LP remastered Cult Sonic Temple on green vinyl. Just let me know what your decision is. Next autograph is Gary Lewis and the Playboys. This is signed by Gary Lewis himself. It says, "Hi, Gary Lewis." It is autographed. This is going to be a $15 start. Gary Lewis and the Playboys. Hits Again, autographed by Gary Lewis. That is up for auction for a $15 start. $15 start. Gary Lewis and the Playboys. That is now up for auction. Okay, we've got new stuff in here. I went ahead and saw these in stock. This is now, that's what I call Halloween. 2 LPs on orange and purple vinyl. I was like, well, the time is getting closer. I went ahead and bought 10 copies. I've sold a lot over the last several years. This is probably one of the more ultimate Halloween compilations. If you don't have it already, not too early to go ahead and get those, because when actually the Halloween season hits, all the Halloween records are sometimes hard to get. Sometimes you can get them. Sometimes you can't. Same way with new Christmas LPs. So now Halloween is sold to Cynthia Herdron. That's sold to Cynthia. These are $29.99. This is now, that's what I call Halloween. And those are $29.99, Tanner. Actually, I don't have these stickered. Let's see. Right here it is. Make sure this Stevie, okay. The next record is a Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's $36.99. Stevie Ray Vaughan, and this is called Stevie Ray Vaughan, The Reading Festival, 1983. Stevie Ray Vaughan, The Reading Festival, 1983. Plus Manchester and 88 UK broadcast, that's $36.99. Update on the Mark Lindsay autograph. This is a final call. Shane's out. Christopher Morris, you have this for $55. That's a final call for the Mark Lindsay autograph. We're looking for a $15 start on Gary Lewis. We've got Cynthia on Halloween. And the Black Crowes Crowology are in. If you missed out on the pre-order, this is a triple LP splatter vinyl for the Black Crowes Crowology. I've got 2 left, $46.99. 2 left on the Black Crowes. My wife grabbed it for me today. Uh-oh. My wife grabbed it for me. We've heard that one before. $29.99 on Halloween. Sorry, I don't have those priced. My wife grabbed it for me. We've heard that before. My girlfriend bought it for me. My wife got it for me. That simply just does not happen. Let's go to my phone so I could read the pre-order for the Black Crowes Crowology. $46.99. So I've got 2 left. If you wasn't in on that pre-order for the Black Crowes Crowology, that is $46.99. $46.99 if anybody didn't have that already on the pre-order. If you was on the pre-order, you got one. Let's go ahead and sell the Mark Lindsay autograph. Mark Lindsay autograph is sold to Christopher Morris for $55. Christopher Morris gets that for $55. And if anybody wants the Gary Lewis autograph, that is a $15 buy it now. Gary Lewis is a $15 buy it now if anybody wants that. It says, hi, Gary Lewis. Gary Lewis and the Playboys hits again. Ryan says he's never heard of Gary Lewis. Ryan, you must not be well respected into the likingness of 60s pop music. Gary Lewis and the Playboys. He was a pop staple of the 60s. $15 buy it now if anybody wants that. We got these back in, which was the Metallica, the Lost Tapes. This is the 10-inch red vinyl. This is $39.99. $39.99. Rare broadcast recording, 1982. Metallica, the Lost Tapes. That's on red vinyl. It's a 10-inch. I've only got 1 extra of those. That almost got overlooked. Also, a new restock from Analog Productions. I showed this very late last night. We didn't have them marked yet. And this is the 100% analog, Greg Allman, Laid Back from Analog Productions. Okay, I hadn't seen that comment yet. Let's see here. Let me pull our next... oh, Looney Tunes. Okay, we've already pulled that off. Okay. I've got this whole crate of autographs. I'm trying to identify some of them. Is this another? I think this, hopefully this is John Sebastian. Okay, good. Here we go. All right. Let's see here. So Greg Allman was $49.99. So we have 1 autograph now that's a buy it now, which is Gary Lewis and the Playboys hits again. I hadn't even actually looked at the vinyl, but if anybody wants that, it's a $15 buy it now. Our next auctions is The Lovin' Spoonful, Do You Believe in Magic? The Lovin' Spoonful, Do You Believe in Magic? And this is autographed by John Sebastian. John Sebastian of The Lovin' Spoonful. This is a $25 start. That is autographed right there on the front cover by him. $25 start. And The Best of Herman's Hermits. The Best of Herman's Hermits. This is autographed by Peter Noon. It says, cheers, Peter Noon, autographed by him. That is a $15 start. $15 start. So there's our next 2 autographs. John Sebastian is a $25 start, and Herman's Hermits is a $15 start. Let me go back up to the top. We have any cult ceremony. Yes, I can go ahead and pull you one now, but we have several in stock. But Greg, let me get to those in just a second. Next is Paul Brothers on Metallica. That's sold to Paul Brothers. Metallica 10-inch, and Tanner, that's not marked either, but it's $39.99. There's more Very Best of Billy Idol. If you missed them in the last crate, $39.99 for the Very Best of Billy Idol, $39.99. And Switchfoot, The Beautiful Letdown, our version. Switchfoot is $39.99. Switchfoot, The Beautiful Letdown, our version, 20th anniversary edition, $39.99. There's the cult ceremony, blue and red vinyl. Let's go ahead and tag one. Let's go ahead and tag one for Greg, who just asked. I just saw the comment. I just read it out loud. This was Cult Ceremony. Who asked for this? Greg Hagewood. There it was. Cult Ceremony. I have more if anybody else wants one. The Cult Ceremony is on blue and red vinyl. That's a 2LP remaster. It's on colored vinyl just like Sonic Temple from earlier. That is $39.99. We're looking for a $25 and $15 start on Lovin' Spoonful and Herman's Hermits. LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out. Can we see if Troy Robinson said he wanted one of these or not? I messaged Troy and said I could get this, but I wasn't for sure if he replied or not. LL Cool J, Mama said knock you out. $33.99 for LL Cool J. And also, we got, he didn't. Okay. So I messaged him and said this is the only LL Cool J I could get. I went ahead and ordered 2 copies, and that's the only record I could get. Volbeat, Outlaw Gentlemen and Shady Ladies, $33.99. $33.99 for Volbeat. Went ahead and got 3 more of those. Outlaw Gentlemen and Shady Ladies, $33.99. Paul Brothers wants LL Cool J. That's sold to Paul Brothers. Also, we've got a new bid on our auction, which is John Sebastian autograph. It's the studio album from The Lovin' Spoonful, Do You Believe in Magic? Autographed by John Sebastian. Marty Kramer has that for $25. And before I make this a buy it now, if anybody wants the best of Herman's Hermits, that is a $15 start on that. Townes Van Zandt. This was a new release. If you pre-ordered it, it did come in. This is Townes Van Zandt live in Johnson City, Tennessee, April 1985. Townes Van Zandt live in Johnson City, April 1985. That is $29.99. Also, Volbeat, Guitar Gangsters and Cadillac Blood. Volbeat is $31.99. That's on glow-in-the-dark vinyl. And also, we have 2 copies of that. Ike and Tina Turner, The Hunter. We sold one of those last week. We have another for $33.99. I ordered 2 and we only got 1. It's took another week for the other one to come in. Final call on Lovin' Spoonful for $25. Paul Brothers got a LL Cool J. And we're going to, I thought I saw a bid. I did. Arthur's at $15 on Herman's Hermits. And Brian Dismore wants a Volbeat. Now, Brian, do you want Outlaw Gentlemen and Shady Ladies? Or do you want Guitar Gangsters and Cadillac Blood? Or do you want both? Up to you. Let me know. New bids on both of our auctions. Herman's Hermits is at $20. Lovin' Spoonful's at $26. Ace Frehley, Anomaly. I've got 3. I got 3 different Ace Frehley albums. This is Ace Frehley Anomaly Deluxe 10th Anniversary Edition, $49.99. And we also got Space Ace and Space Invader, or Spaceman and Space Invader. Sun Ra Standards, for whoever was on a waiting list for that. I know Michael Potts was, and I think one other person. If you were on a waiting list for this, I do have an extra one to sell. That's Sun Ra Standards, gold vinyl, limited to 500, pressed at Palace, $29.99. All right, Lovin' Spoonful, $27 with Debbie Blair, so no new bid on that. Jacob Harris wants Volbeat guitars. So first, Brian Dismore, he wants both. So let's give this Volbeat and that Volbeat to Brian Dismore. Jacob Harris wants Volbeat guitars, which is this one on top. That's sold to Jacob Harris. Next is Herman's Hermits is at $22. Herman's Hermits $25. Volbeat, Alan Johnson wants guitar. He wants the one that I think was just sold. Guitar Gangsters and Cadillac Blood. It was. Alan Johnson, let me know if you're okay with a waiting list for that. And Arthur Prosser wants Sun Ra. Arthur Prosser gets a Sun Ra. Next, update on our auctions. The Herman's Hermits autograph, which is Peter Noon's signature. Peter Noon's signature of Herman's Hermits, just to clarify. Peter Noon's signature says, cheers, Peter Noon. I'll give you the quick backstory on all these autographs. We got 2 entire crates to sell if we can get through them all tonight. And the Lovin' Spoonful is at 27 with Debbie. So 27 on that and 25 on Peter Noon. And the Lovin' Spoonful is John Sebastian. Now, we've got to send a message to everybody and make sure and see who wants one. But this was kind of a big surprise. Mammoth on Canary Yellow Indie Exclusive Vinyl. So these were not the autographed ones. I know we're not going to get any more autographed ones, but we are getting a lot of the yellow Indie Exclusive color vinyl. So if you don't have one already, I'm probably going to reply to everybody. Who pre-ordered originally, because when I initially posted this pre-order, there was like 80 people wanting the yellow vinyl non-autograph. And then I changed it and said everybody was going to get an autograph. Of course, they heavily allocated it. But I have a feeling this was a very, probably going to be a very desirable pre-order still for those that didn't think I wasn't going to get any. I just didn't get many autographs. We finally got the actual shipment of Indie Exclusives. So if anybody wants to go ahead and claim one now, let me know. But tonight we've got some work to do, sending out messages to make sure everybody still wants one of those, because we have probably already 100 pre-orders on just the yellow before I announced it was autographed. Now, some people has already told me if I don't get an autograph, I don't want one at all. which is okay. But, you know, originally the pre-order wasn't for an autograph. That was just an added bonus later. So next is the Lovin' Spoonful autograph. Marty Kramer is the new high bidder at 30. That's going once, going twice. And the Peter Noon autograph is at 25 of Christopher Morris. So Christopher has that for 25. That's now going twice, going 3 times. And Lovin' Spoonful is at 30. Lovin' Spoonful's at 30. Let's go through this crate one more time. We have Now That's What I Call Halloween. That's on purple and orange colored vinyl, $29.99. That's the Now That's What I Call Halloween, $29.99. Stevie Ray Vaughan is $36.99. Stevie Ray Vaughan, $36.99. Black Crow's Crowology is $46.99. That's a triple LP splatter vinyl. Also, Greg Allman, Laid Back from Analog Productions, $49.99. The Very Best of Billy Idol, $33.99. Switchfoot, The Beautiful Letdown, our version, $39.99. LL Cool J is $33.99. That's Mama Said Knock You Out. The only Volbeat we have left is Outlaw Gentlemen and Shady Ladies. That is $33.99. Marty Kramer wants a Very Best of Billy Idol. That's sold to Marty Kramer. Towns Van Zandt, live in Johnson City, $29.99 here in Tennessee. Ike and Tina Turner, The Hunter, $33.99. Ace Frehley, Anomaly, $49.99. And then there's Mammoth on yellow vinyl, $33.99. Mammoth on yellow vinyl. Okay. I think when I come back, I've got to sell Peter Noon's signature. Let me go ahead and start auctioning some 45s. Let's go ahead and auction the Steely Dan 45 before Mark Fallon once again goes into cardiac arrest. He is blowing up the feed. He has to bid on Steely Dan. So, Mark, that means you're about to absolutely pay through the nose for this record now. I've told you, you got to sometimes just take a deep breath, because now this thing is going to get so many bids. Your wife is going to be probably trying to choke you in the middle of the night. So I hope you're ready, because this is a really sweet record. This is Steely Dan, white label promo for Reeling in the Years. Take a look at this. We have Steely Dan, Reeling in the Years. This is a white label promo. One side is mono, one side is stereo. It's a white label promo in the original ABC Dunhill Blocks label company sleeve. And it even includes this insert. At a single glance, Steely Dan, Reeling in the Years. And it has the track and the from the album, all the credits there. Steely Dan's Reeling in the Years is not just a run-of-the-mill follow-up single. It's just an innovative as Do It Again, and sounds as if it will be taking the same course as their debut 45 onto the stations and up the charts. Both cuts are from the group's first album, ABC Dunhill's Can't Buy a Thrill. This was an early promotional single. The first 45 that Steely Dan put out was Do It Again. This one was cut soon thereafter, which was Reeling in the Years. It even includes this little card for the radio station to tell about. This is a $35 start. The vinyl is EX Plus approximately. EX Plus or better. This is Steely Dan, Reeling in the Years. I listened to both sides because I wanted to hear it in mono. It's pretty close to near mint minus, but it has a couple scuffs. There's also some writing on the sleeve, but that's just timing. That's just timing notes. Have a good one, Ed. Thank you. Sorry, I got the door blocked. I got some, this is from the radio station. It's just some timing notes. And this is a promotional 45 of Steely Dan. Now, I had a real time finding anything about this card that was probably thrown away at a lot of radio stations. For that to still be in there, that's pretty cool. Carol Puckett's at $50. Carol Puckett, high bidder on that at $50. Now, I don't think anybody else bid on, yeah, we do have new bids. So, all right, Herman's Hermits is at $26. And Lovin' Spoonful is at $35. Steely Dan's at $50 with Carol Puckett. We still got 3 auctions going on. Let me go ahead and grab our first crate of new vintage stuff. I got 4 crates of new vintage LPs. Let me go ahead and go through these right now. Let's go through the check condition crate first. John's got his 4 crates of vintage. I'm seeing Pink Floyd, Kiss, Bob Dylan, Marvin Gaye, Kiss, Rolling Stones, Kinks, all kinds of stuff in here. David Bowie's. This looks like a fantastic crate to get the show started with for sure. All righty, yes, let's take a look in there. I also see a little bit of jazz. John Price and jazz? He must have hit his head back there. All right, Steely Dan was at 50. Leonard Skinner, or what's LS? Lovin' Spoonful. Where are we at here? I forgot where we was at. Let's see here. Steely Dan 55 and okay. I got to go through the comments and figure out the bids in just a second. I'll put it this way. I think all three auctions have new bids. So I'm just going to let that simmer down for a second, and I'll go through this crate and show at least a few LPs before I go through those one more time. Lonnie Liston Smith and the Cosmic Echoes, Reflections of a Golden Dream. VG Plus condition, $19.99. Lonnie Liston Smith, that's on the Flying Dutchman label. $19.99 VG Plus condition. Rock and Roll Party, that looks interesting. It's a 1957 VG Plus for $29.99. Rock and Roll Party on Regent Records, $29.99 VG Plus, 1957. Supertramp, Breakfast in America, that's a VG copy for $9.99. And we have Bob Seger's Against the Wind, VG Plus, $14.99 for Bob Seger's Against the Wind. John Lennon Imagine, this is odd, digitally remastered. This is a 1987 remaster with the poster, VG Plus condition, $39.99. All right, so back up to the top, let's update our auctions. Steely Dan was at 50. Love and Spoonful was at 35. John Sebastian, same thing, was at 37. Also, Mark Fallon's at 55 on Steely Dan. Herman's Hermits was at 28. And Love and Spoonful's at 38. First, Denise Harrison wants Bob Seger. So, let me clarify everything. The Steely Dan promotional 45 is at $55. Reeling in the Years, that's at $55 with Mark Fallon. Also, the Love and Spoonful autograph is at $38 on Marty Kramer. That is autographed by John Sebastian. Let me give you a quick, this is from the Atlanta collection we bought last November. The Atlanta collection, this guy personally met all these people. These are 100% legitimate autographs. 100% guarantee it. If you ever have these authenticated and they don't authenticate it, let me know and we'll give you your money back. But that is 100% legitimate John Sebastian. I've had like a dozen of these. This is probably the 15th, maybe 10th. I've had several. And then this is autographed by Peter Noon of Herman's Hermits. Christopher Morris has that for 28. So Christopher has the Peter Noon autograph for 28. That's going twice, going 3 times. John Sebastian's at 38, going twice, going 3 times. And Steely Dan's at 55. That's going twice, going 3 times. Mark Lent wants LLS, Lonnie Liston Smith. So Bob Seger went to Denise. Lonnie Liston Smith sold to Mark Lent. And the Steely Dan is a white label promotional advance. Well, they're all advance really, but it's a early promotional single for Reeling in the Years. And it also includes a cue card with information about the upcoming artist, Steely Dan. The upcoming artist. I think they had a pretty successful career after that. Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke. Cheech and Chong is a VG copy for $12.99. Just $12.99. It is VG. Steppenwolf for ladies only. That's EX, $17.99. Steppenwolf for ladies only. The Rolling Stones, Let It Bleed. This is a VG copy, $16.99. It is on the Blue London stereo label. Starts out with Give Me Shelter. Alan Jonathan on Cheech and Chong. That's sold to Alan Jonathan. He's going to pass. They'll sell that to Terry Westwood. This is a 1973 UK pressing of House of the Holy. It's VG for $19.99. 73 UK pressing. Well, that looks awfully glossy and nice to be a VG copy. There must be a mark or something. I mean, this record looks like it's near mint minus. John must have found one little small feeler or something. If it has a feelable mark, even though the rest may be near mint minus, he bumps the rest to the record to VG. All right, let's see. So Cheech and Chong went to Terry Westwood. What's the high bid on Steely Dan? This is at $55 with Mark Fallon. It's a final call. Donnie Moore said 120. Did somebody bid 120? I say 55 with Mark Fallon, unless I'm not seeing comments. Let's go ahead and sell these auctions. We have Peter Noon sold to Christopher Morris for $28. And we have the Love and Spoonful sold to Marty Kramer for $38. Donnie Moore's at 56 on Steely Dan. Mark Fallon, you've got some competition. Jethro Tull, Aqualung, VG Plus condition, $14.99 for Aqualung. And Game, what an interesting looking cover. Game is VG Plus, $19.99 on the Evolution label. Aqualung by Jethro Tull was VG Plus condition. I was curious of the label. It's on the Tan Reprise label. Bookend, Simon & Garfunkel, VG copy for $9.99. No poster. I'm looking, no poster, but that is the original label. That is a VG copy for $9.99. Argent Nexus is EX $17.99. Donnie Moore is the new high bidder on the Steely Dan 45. Mark Fallon, you are outbid on that, and I'm over here grabbing our next auction. I may need some of my autograph people to help me. Some of these I can't remember. Like I got an autographed Spirit LP here, but first I'm going to do this one because I definitely know who this is. This is Emerson, Lake and Palmer. It's autographed by Keith Emerson. It's pretty interesting. You can see where he signed it and the pen was a little dead, like with black ink. It looks like the pen gave out, and then he signed it again over here in blue ink. So this is autographed by Keith Emerson of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. We've had 5 or 6 of his autographs from this collection. This is going to be a $25 start, and if you care about the condition of the LP, it is near mint, and this is autographed by Keith Emerson. That's a $25. That is a $25 start on that. Keith Emerson, Love Beach. Next is Red Fox. This is Laugh Your Donkey Off. Red Fox is on red opaque vinyl. Very cool. VG Plus, $14.99. This is, wow, this is pretty cool. It's like on red marbled vinyl from, when did this come out? Mid-60s? 1965? Yeah, 1965. That's really cool. It's on red vinyl too. Vicki Allison on Red Fox. Terry Westwood, you were second. Toby Graham put Ted. I bet he meant red. So Vicki Allison first to Red Fox. The Eagles, their greatest hits. This is an EX copy for $32.99. The Eagles is EX $32.99. Denise Harrison, you were fourth on Red Fox. Mark Fallon, let me know if you're in or out on Steely Dan. Donnie Moore has this at 56. That's going twice, going 3 times. If anybody wants Keith Emerson, it is a $25 starting bid. Mark Fallon's in at 57. Donnie Moore, you're now outbid. The Rolling Stones, Undercover, is an EX copy for $32.99. The Rolling Stones is EX for $32.99. The Cars, self-titled debut album, VG Plus condition, $24.99. The Cars is VG Plus condition, $24.99. That's sold to Bill Toe. He wants the Cars self-titled. He's trying to get one last night as well. Pat Paulson for President. That is a comedy record. VG Plus, $12.99. Billy Joel the Stranger. VG Plus, $9.99. Billy Joel the Stranger. David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust. That's on the original orange RCA label. OG label. The vinyl's VG, just $24.99. Terry Westwood wants the Pat Paulson, and Rich Shockley gets Billy Joel the Stranger. Sean Fairweather, you were second. All right, so Donnie Moore is out on Steely Dan. Mark Fallon, you have that for 57. Donnie Moore's out. It may be your lucky day. Going once, going twice on Steely Dan. Also, final call if you want to bid 25 on Keith Emerson before I make it a buy it now. I've got something to say. David Allen Coe. That's a VG copy for $14.99. VG copy for $14.99. Eagles, Hotel California. This has the poster with it. VG Plus condition, $19.99. VG Plus condition. Donnie Moore said wait. Okay, we're waiting. Johnny Cash, The Holy Land. That's on VG Plus condition, $19.99. Has one of those 3D lenticular covers. That's a 2i. This is $19.99. Pat Benatar, Precious Time. Pat Benatar, Precious Time. VG Plus, $9.99. Debbie Blair says she'll take the Eagles. That's so did Debbie Blair. Jack Hewitt was second. Never mind. Donnie Moore is backing on Steely Dan at $58. Mark, I hope you hadn't signed off. We have Jacob Harris first on David Allen Coe. That's so did Jacob Harris. And Pat Benatar, Crimes of Passion. VG Plus condition, $9.99. Pat Benatar, Crimes of Passion. PB. We got back-to-back Pat Benatars. Denise, it's your lucky day. Let me know if you want Precious Time, or you can have Crimes of Passion, or you can have both of them. All right, if anybody wants a Keith Emerson autograph from Emerson, Lake and Palmer, just a $25 buy it now if anybody wants that. Keith Emerson autographed LP. If anybody wants that for $25, it's available. And if you missed the Gary Lewis autograph earlier, I've got a Gary Lewis autograph for just $15. Those are now available as a buy it now. Denise says PB and PB. I'm assuming that means she wants both. She takes both. All right, let me get a new auction going up. I've also got some 45s over here to sell. This one's really cool. I like this one personally myself. I'm a Sly and the Family Stone fan. The first time I ever watched The first time I ever watched the Woodstock movie, I was most impressed, of course, by Crosby, Stills, and Nash. You know them. If you know what I'm talking about, the 1970 movie concert film about Woodstock. Probably my second favorite performer was Sly and the Family Stone, especially "I Want to Take You Higher." This is a promotional 45 white label promo. It says Sly and the Family Stone, "I Want to Take You Higher," which was featured at the Woodstock Festival. Sly and the Family Stone. That's a white label promo. One side is "I Want to Take You Higher," and the other side is "I Want to Take You Higher." I want to take you higher, and I want to take you higher. It's a double-sided promo. This does have a little bit of damage to the sleeve. As you can see, it's torn right there. The vinyl is near mint minus, and that is a $15 start. The vinyl is near mint minus. Sly and the Family Stone, "I Want to Take You Higher" promo, which was featured at the Woodstock Festival. I think that's really cool. Sly and the Family Stone, their career, they already had a pretty popular career, but I think they went just like a lot of people, just like Joe Cocker, or just like probably Crosby, Stills, and Nash. They went into a different realm after they performed in Woodstock. Sly and the Family Stone is a $15 start. Mark Quarum wants the Emerson, Lake and Palmer. That's sold to Mark Quarum for $25 as a buy it now. And Mark Fallon, I bet he got off and didn't realize he was outbid. Mark, you are outbid on Steely Dan. If you're still here, I need to let you know if you're in or out, because we have a high bid of $58 on that. That is with Donnie Moore going twice, going 3 times. The Kinks, "You Really Got Me," VG Plus condition, $24.99. Kinks, "You Really Got Me," that's VG Plus condition, $24.99. Also, the Kinks Kingdom, VG, $24.99. I am not a Vinyl Me Please member. No, I've been meaning to sign up, if anything, just to get the releases, but I haven't. Wow. Mono, Tricolor Steamboat label. It is in VG condition, but that is $24.99. So back-to-back Kinks album. Neil Young, Live Rust is VG Plus, $24.99. And Pat Benatar, there's another one, In the Heat of the Night. Pat Benatar is VG Plus, $9.99. The first track is Heartbreaker. Electric Light Orchestra, Face the Music. ELO is in EX condition, very close to near mint minus. It just has a couple scuffs on it. ELO is $17.99, has Evil Woman on it. Jeremiah Lewis is first on the Kinks. Jeremiah, let me know if you want Kinks Kingdom or You Really Got Me. Those were VG Plus, $24.99 and VG for $24.99. Cynthia Herdman first on ELO, and Denise Harrison wants Pat Benatar. All right, I guarantee Mark Fallon is somewhere in the world and he doesn't realize he's outbid on this and he's about to lose it, and then he's going to get his invoice and see that he doesn't have it. Final call, $58. Donnie Moore has that. I've got to sell it though. Sly and the Family Stone is a $15 start, white label promo of I Want to Take You Higher with the Woodstock promotional sleeve. If no one bids on that, it'll be a buy it now in just a second. Hank Williams Jr., Man of Steel, is a VG copy for $12.99. Van Morrison, Inarticulate Speech of the Heart. Van Morrison is VG Plus, $24.99. And the Rolling Stones Emotional Rescue, EX, $22.99. We have Gideon says he takes Hank, and also Jeremiah wants both the Kinks albums. Good decision there. That one has Well-Respected Man, and of course, You Really Got Me, a classic. Those are both sold to Jeremiah. Gideon got Hank. Shane Devers, you were second. Also, Hank Williams Jr.'s Greatest Hits, VG Plus, $17.99. Well, his wife will be happy. Yeah, I guess so, because this is sold to Donnie Moore for $58. Sorry, Mark Fallon. Never get off. Never get off until I say sold, because some people's bids come in before it's over. If anybody wants this, wow, I can't believe this didn't get a bid. Sly and the Family Stone, $15 buy it now. I Want to Take You Higher from Woodstock. That's a $15 buy it now. Hank Williams Jr., I don't see that one too often. The New South, EX condition, $22.99. And this is Kiss Destroyer, VG, $24.99. $24.99. Kiss Destroyer is a VG copy. That is a 1976 Pittman press, VG for $24.99. We have Lisa Montgomery first on Hank, The New South. That's sold to Lisa Montgomery. And The Mothers of Invention, Overnight Sensation, Frank Zappa. This is a quadraphonic press, EX condition, $39.99. Let me get some new autographs going. If you are ready for those, I am. I've also got a ton of great 45s. I'm about to grab a handful of 45s that are all $6.99. Let me see who Let me figure out what's next here. And the autograph pile. Is this another? Yeah, this one's really cool. This is another Keith Emerson autograph, but this is autographed on a Nice LP. This is autographed on the Nice, and it's a really clean copy, too. It's on the pink intermediate label. The vinyl is super clean, near mint minus. Really nice jacket, and that is, once again, signed by Keith Emerson. That's a $25 start. Well, look at that jacket. Very nice. That record's, for some reason, just kind of always beat up, at least the jacket is. That is a $25 start. His wife probably turned off the Wi-Fi. Yeah, I have this feeling that, like, Mark and his wife have conflicting interests. I think she could care less about records and would probably see them thrown in the dumpster. And I think he could get on here every night and watch for 7 hours straight and buy as much as he physically could. So I think they have some conflicting interest. As do a lot of couples when it comes to collecting stuff. If you collect something, hopefully your significant other is on board with you, but if they're not, then you probably will enjoy it even more if your significant other is not on board. It's like, okay, I got to get on here and buy some records so my wife doesn't find out. Johnny Rivers, autographed. Take a look at this. Autographed. It's on a really cool album, though. It's on a really cool album, too. Recorded live with Secret Agent Man. It's autographed by Johnny Rivers. Autographed by Johnny Rivers. $25 start on that. So we have a Keith Emerson autograph LP and we have a Johnny Rivers autograph LP. Those are up for bid. Next comment, Jacob Harris on Waylon Jennings. That's so to Jacob Harris. Waylon Jennings' greatest hits. Thank you. Keith Emerson's at 25. And we have Johnny Rivers at 25. We have Marvin Gaye, Midnight Love, VG 1999. Chad, enjoy the divorce hearing summons, you homewrecker. Yeah, I know it. VG 1999. Some people have to go they have to go outside on the back deck and put on headphones to buy records. Let's go ahead and get the 45s a little bit closer to me so I can start showing you some $6.99 45s. I think y'all are familiar the way I do this. I'm going to grab a handful of really cool 45s. They're all going to be $6.99, and they're probably, hopefully, going to all sell. And I worked on these last night. We got some really cool ones here. These are all $6.99. Let me do a little bit of separation because I do have some stuff here I'm going to auction that's mixed in. And let's do this. We got bids on both of our auctions. These are all $6.99. This is an Eddie Murphy. This is an Eddie Murphy 4-track. No, this is a, what is this? How many tracks are on here? 1, 2, 3. I'm not for sure. But it's a 7-inch promo from Eddie Murphy. This is $6.99. $6.99, Eddie Murphy. Past the Dutchie, Musical Youth. And a lot of these from this collection are promo copies. I mean, a lot of them. $6.99. That's in the picture sleeve. Musical Youth. Also, Olivia Newton-John, Something Better to Do. Most of these, unless I say otherwise, this is how they're going to look. It's near mint, pristine vinyl, white label promos or promo marked labels. Olivia Newton-John, Something Better to Do. That was $6.99. Miami Sound Machine, Bad Boy. Miami Sound Machine, white label promo, $6.99. California Girls, the Beach Boys. Now, this was around EX. Still very clean for a Capital 45 swirl label. Y'all know these are usually always beat. Yeah, as you can tell, it's probably been stored in the Capital sleeve for quite some time. It's about EX. I don't want to call that near mint minus because those are almost impossible to call near mint minus, though Beach Boys and the Beatles 45s. And I thought this was really cool. Neil Diamond, Shiloh, white label promo, Shiloh from Neil Diamond, $6.99. La Bamba is the B-side. All right, those are all $6.99. Let me go back up to the top and update everybody on what's going on. We got bids on both of our auctions. They're only at $25. This is autographed by Keith Emerson. Keith Emerson has autographed that. It's the band he was in, the Nice. And then this is autographed by Johnny Rivers. And Michael Nath had that for $25. So those were at $25 and $25. Next is Jeff McMaster on Eddie Murphy. That's so to Jeff McMaster. These are all $6.99. Brandon Jackson was second. John Lill was third. Evan wants the Musical Youth. Past the Dutchie. That's so to Evan. He was first to that. And next is John Nazarko. He's going to take the Olivia Newton-John. That's so to John Nazarko. Rich Shockley wants the Miami Sound Machine. and Neil Diamond is sold to Jeff McMaster. So the only thing not claimed there is an original California Girls, Beach Boys, Capital 45. I call that the swirl label. Hopefully we all call that the swirl label. That's what those are known. Beach Boys was on Capital, of course, so was the Beatles. That's the only one left there, and that's also sold to Jeff McMaster. He got Neil Diamond and the Beach Boys. Final call on these two auctions. We have 45s like that all night, or at least for a good bit. Eagles on the Border, a quadraphonic pressing, VG condition, $16.99. Eagles on the Border is a VG copy for $16.99. Bob Dylan Desire, a VG copy, $24.99. Been listening to this album a lot lately. Hurricane, first track, side 1, track 1. VG, it's in shrink wrap, $24.99 for Bob Dylan. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. This is a 75 Terre Haute VG on the vinyl, and as you can see, about a VG or VG minus cover. These are always kind of beat up. It's a Pink Floyd album. VG, $34.99. And Kiss Dynasty, VG, $24.99. 79 Pittman press, Kiss Dynasty. It has the original inner sleeve. Kiss Dynasty. That's a VG copy for $24.99. All right, these autographs are sold. I consider these some pretty good deals, especially on these Keith Emerson autographs. This is sold for $25 to Henry's Choice, and Michael Nath gets to Johnny Rivers. That's $25 as well to, who got that one? Michael Nath. Those are sold and sold. Larry Underhill wants Kiss Dynasty. Let me grab some more auctions. I've got some really cool 45s to auction as well. I've got a lot, as in we're going to be selling some in a lot. 1, 2, let me grab all these. Go ahead and knock out a couple of the lots I have set aside over here. The first is a Bruce Springsteen lot. I think most of these are promos, but let's take a closer look. The first is Bruce Springsteen, My Hometown. Bruce Springsteen is a white label promo. Yeah, that is extremely nice. There's Bruce Springsteen number 1. Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. Wow, that's another near mint white label promo. Dancing in the Dark, white label promo. We're 3 for 3. Glory Days, Bruce Springsteen, white label promo. And Bruce Springsteen, I'm on Fire, white label promo. These are going to be, sorry if I didn't say soon enough, these are going to be sold as a lot. These are going to be sold as a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of those for a $20 start. 5 of those for a $20 start. They're all white label promos. We're going to auction those together. I'm on Fire, Glory Days, Dancing in the Dark, Born in the USA, and My Hometown. Those are all going to be sold together. Sorry I didn't say that sooner. Bruce Springsteen, those are going to be sold together. And I've got 2 Stevie Nicks. These are also white label promos. Stevie Nicks, I Can't Wait. That is, I think this is actually a promo, even though it's not a white label. No, it's not. That's a stock copy. And If Anyone Falls with Wild Heart, that is also a stock copy. Those are up for auction for a $14 start. We're going to sell those together. Still has the Kmart price tag on it. Stevie Nicks and Stevie Nicks, those are a $14 start. That's auctions. That's our next auctions there. All right, I don't think anybody claimed Pink Floyd. Larry Underhill got Kiss. Next is the Crystals Sing the Greatest Hits, Volume 1. The Crystals Sing the Greatest Hits. That's in good condition, as in bad condition, $24.99. G, $24.99. Jefferson Starship, Blows Against the Empire. VG Plus, $9.99. Jefferson Starship. Cheech and Chong's Greatest Hit, if you get what they're saying. Cheech and Chong's Greatest Hit, VG copy, $24.99. Robin Williams, Reality, What a Concept. Robin Williams is VG Plus condition, $9.99. Terry Westwood on Cheech and Chong. Traffic, Low Spark of High Heeled Boys. Traffic is VG Plus, $14.99. And Deep Purple, When We Rock, and When We Roll, We Roll. That's a VG Plus, $17.99. Update on Bruce Springsteen. We had 21, 25, 23, 30, 35. Jeff McMaster's at 35. Stevie Nicks, 14, 14, 20. Terry Westwood got Cheech and Chong. Cynthia wants JS, which was Jefferson Starship. That's sold to Cynthia. Donnie's out on Stevie Nicks. Denise Harrison wants RW, which is Robin Williams, and Terry Westwood was second. We had Foreigner, Double Vision, Shrink Wrap and Hop Sticker. VG, $12.99. Foreigner, Double Vision. That's a VG copy for $12.99. Bob Dylan, Blood on the Tracks. This is a VG copy for $14.99. Blood on the Tracks, Tangled Up in Blue. Foreigner had a hop sticker on it. Joni Mitchell, this is her first album. VG Plus, $24.99. Joni Mitchell was VG Plus, $24.99. Jeff McMaster first to Foreigner. Jacob Harris second. Jimmy LaCroix, you were third. The Kinks, Power Man, Lola Versus, and the Money Garoon. That's a VG copy, $14.99. The cover has some seam slits. I thought you said there's jazz in this crate. Well, we started off with a Lonnie Liston Smith, and I guess that was it. Santana, Abraxas. Unless you consider Santana, Abraxas a smooth jazz album, there is only one. Abraxas is a VG copy for $12.99. And December's Children, the Rolling Stones. This is a red label mono. Red label mono, VG Plus condition, $44.99. Not a bad looking jacket. VG Plus, $44.99. All right, final call on the Bruce Springsteen lot. Jeff McMaster has those 5 white label promos for $35. That's now going twice, going 3 times. Stevie Nicks is at $20 with Denise Harrison. That's going twice, going 3 times. $35 and $20 for those lots. That is a final call. Next new comment is, how much was Deep Purple? Deep Purple was a price of VG Plus for $17.99. Paul Brothers is back in on Bruce Springsteen, or in on Bruce Springsteen at $40. When I come back, I'm selling Stevie Nicks. And I guess I need to recap this crate because we've been doing auctions and buy it nows. Let me just read the titles, and I've got more new vinyl to show you. I've got 3 more crates of vintage. Let's go ahead and continue, but I do probably need to do a recap on this. December's Children, the Rolling Stones. That's a red label mono, VG Plus condition, $44.99. There's the Rolling Stones. Also, the Rock and Roll Party from 1957. Supertramp, Breakfast in America. That was a VG copy for $9.99. Also, John Lennon Imagine, an 87 remaster with poster, VG Plus $39.99. Steppenwolf for ladies only. Rolling Stones Let It Bleed. Led Zeppelin was a 73 UK copy, VG condition, $19.99. 73 UK. Game, Jethro Tull Aqualung, Simon & Garfunkel, Argent, Nexus. Eagles, Greatest Hits, Rolling Stones, Undercover. David Bowie was an original label, orange label, VG condition, $24.99. VG condition, $24.99. Jeff McMaster, let me know if you want back in on Glory Days, on the Bruce Springsteen lot, because Paul has that at $40. Ian wants the Led Zeppelin. Also, Rich Shockley on Ziggy Stardust, and Nikki Cox wants the Eagles' Greatest Hits. We can go ahead and sell these to Denise Harrison, both Stevie Nicks for $20. Both of those for $20. Those are sold to Denise. Let me see what else I got over here in this auction crate. We have, is this signed by Rick Derringer? If so, I got to figure out where. Yes, this is signed by Rick Derringer. This is an autographed LP, and it is autographed by Rick Derringer. Back here on the back, there he is. It says Rick Derringer 91. It's also a 2 LP gatefold, and I think the vinyl on this one's pretty clean. This guy went out and bought a lot of these new when he knew he was going to meet these people. Back in the day, this was bought in the 90s, or this was autographed in the 90s, so he probably didn't go out and buy this new unless he went to a used shop and picked one up, maybe. But it's autographed by Rick Derringer. It says Rick Derringer 91. And of course, this is Edgar Winter's White Trash Roadwork. That's a $25 start. $25 start on the Rick Derringer autograph. It's autographed on the back where his picture is. One more time. There's Rick Derringer. There's his autograph. That's a $25 start. Jeff's out on the Bruce Springsteen lot. So Paul Brothers, you have that for $40. Going once, going twice. Paul, yes, you have the high bid for $40. That's now a final call. Hendry, Simon & Garfunkel was VG $9.99. So we have Johnny Cash, The Holy Land, VG Plus $19.99. Johnny Cash, The Holy Land. James Lee Farrell is in on the autographed Rick Derringer for $25. Neil Young, Live Rust, VG Plus $24.99. Van Morrison still available. If you need prices on any of these, just let me know because this is a quick recap. The Rolling Stones, Kiss Destroyer is still available. VG for $24.99. Marvin Gaye, also Frank Zappa. Eagles, On the Border. Bob Dylan, Desire. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. The Crystals, Traffic. Bob Dylan. Joni Mitchell. The Kinks, Deep Purple. And Santana, Abraxas. New bid on Bruce Springsteen, $41 with Arthur. And the Rick Derringer autograph is at $25 with James Lee Farrell. Going once, going twice. All right, we've been through a lot of vinyl already. Let me go over here. I do have a crate of new stuff ready, as in new vinyl. Let me bring those up right now. And Jerry Stone has requested for me to show the new puzzles. I can do that right now. Marvin Gaye was Midnight Love, VG copy, $19.99. Paul Brothers, You are back in on Bruce Springsteen lot at 43. Arthur, you're out. When I come back, I'm selling the Rick Derringer autograph for $25. When I come back, I'm selling it for $25. New puzzles, very quickly. I've only got about 5 or 6. These are Rock Saws from the UK, 500-piece puzzles. First is Hawkwind, Warrior on the Edge of Time. That's $24.99. Never had this one before. David Bowie, Let's Dance. David Bowie, Let's Dance, $24.99. I've got 2 David Bowies. Also, Nirvana from the Muddy Banks of the Wichita. That's $24.99. And a new Iron Maiden I've never had, Running Free. Iron Maiden Running Free. That is $24.99. Do you have another Billy Idol? I have lots of Billy Idol greatest hits. Yes, if you want one, just say sold. Arthur, you're out on Bruce Springsteen. Let's go ahead and sell James Lee Farrell, the Rick Derringer autograph for $25. Jerry Stone wants a Let's Dance puzzle from David Bowie. I've got an extra one of those if anybody else wants one. And Freddie Milford wants an Iron Maiden. So that stack leaves Nirvana. By the way, whoever's on a waiting list for Nirvana, I got you one already. David Bowie, Let's Dance, and Hawkwind, Warrior on the Edge of Time. Billy Idol is $33.99 for Billy Idol's greatest hits, $33.99. I've only got 2 other puzzles. I only got 2 other new puzzles. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. And this is from